You guys are so funny.
Hey, Neutron, how's it going, man?
I'm good. What about you, bro?
Yeah, not too bad. I finished work for the day, got my feet up. I thought I'd pop in here and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Neutron? You think we live on a
Hmm. We live
plane
on a
with
globe.
topography,
No,
or is it a ball covered in water, spinning, tilting, wobbling, flying through the vacuum of space?
yeah, we live in a spherical globe, geoid.
What makes you say that, mate?
Common sense and
Common sense.
and bunch of evidence, facts, I would say.
Well, let's just start off with the common sense. What common sense do you use to establish that you're on a what was it, a geoid?
Well, look, we have to start from gravity, right?
We have to
we all
start
can
from
feel-
gravity. So you see gravity, and therefore you live on a geoid.
Yeah, like if there is any mass, like any like mass that has gravity, so I would say
So-
yeah, it is a
How do you? Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to link a few things to the fact that we're supposed to be on a ball. So you consider it a fact that we're on a ball. So how did
Yeah.
you get that information? Did you go and measure it for yourself and you know this to be true? Or is this just hearsay and you've had the information passed down?
well, it's all in internet and in schools, right?
Yeah,
I
but they've also
studied.
got other horrible things on the internet. They've got porn and all sorts of stuff.
So that's why I said school, right?
So at school, they taught you live on a ball at school?
Yeah.
Same as me. You wouldn't believe that. Same as everyone else in this panel. We were all taught the same thing at school. But something that's very interesting, and I ask you now, were you indoctrinated or did you learn this?
Well, I learned this because it's it makes all sense,
So when you
whatever-
learn this, what
Mhm.
information did they give you to back up the claims of this sphericity or this geoid? So they must have given you something to back this up.
Yeah. Look, they taught me that gravity pulls everything towards center. So when the Earth was forming, like about like 4.5 billion years, so it was a hot, molten, and soft, right?
So how did they demonstrate that? How did they demonstrate that for you to understand it? Because most people learn, they just get force fed it, this indoctrination when they're in primary school, year 3, year 4. So they told you that gravity pulls everything as a molten ball together. So how did they demonstrate this curve? Did they just have a globe sitting on a desk and pointed to it and say, that's where you live, and everyone just accepted it? Or did they actually give you a demonstration of, here's how the Big Bang started? First there was nothing, and then there was an explosion, and then there was rocks and shit everywhere, and one of them, whilst it was glowing red hot, settled down a little bit, turned into Earth, and cooled down a bit more, and bacteria and shit started growing on it.
And now you're the great grandson of a stupid ape.
See, how did they demonstrate all this
it
stuff
can be
to you,
same said
Neutron?
about you too. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, how did they demonstrate that to you? That's what I'm trying to work out. We went from, hey, we live on a ball, and now we've got all this other cool stuff, which has nothing to do with curvature. And they just accept it.
I don't remember how they demonstrate, but I can tell you that if Earth was was a flat Earth, ships would disappear, right? But we all have those interconnected, routes, like those invisible routes in which like plane can go from like a point to a second point.
Let's go
where-
from one thing at a time. So the ship's disappearing. That's just a matter of optics. So it's how your eyes work. Because the lens in your eye is a certain size,
No, I'm
once
saying.
things get below a certain angular resolution, a certain
Mhm.
size limit, I think it's 0.02, once it gets below that, you
Mhm.
can't resolve that image. It just blurs into the background. It turns like to fog
So
because you
why
can't resolve it.
so why do ships come back instead of just just like going
Why
Or
do
maybe
they-
they missed you.
So the problem is there's a couple of things going on. So when you're standing at the beach and you watch a ship sail away,
yeah
you've got to remember your eye level is the center line, okay? So from
Yeah.
your eye level down to the water, that is one set of angles. Your eye level up to the top of the ship is another set. So which one, as it sails away, is going to be smaller first? So you're looking at a great big cruise liner as it sails away. And these things are what, 100-foot high? Maybe higher? You're watching one of those sail away, and your eye line is only what, 5 foot? I'll say 5 foot. So from 5 foot to the water, as that sails away, it's not going to get very far before that angle that you're looking at becomes smaller, 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 and once it hits 0.02, game over. You can't see. But when that one hits 0.02, from your eye level to the top is still really big. So it's bigger than 0.02 and you can still see it. And that's all that's happening. Really, really easy stuff. There's a thing called the Rayleigh criterion, and that is what it is. It's about that angle and
but
things disappearing.
but first the hull disappears, right? Then the mast, then finally the top. Am I right?
And because of what I just said, everything I just explained was because what is that?
Oh, yeah. See,
It's to do with the relationship of your height.
Huh?
So when you're standing at the beach, how tall is your eyes? How far are your eyes off the water?
Like distance between me and the sea, right? The water.
Correct. Your eye level. What level is that? How tall?
It would be like 6 foot, like feet.
So you're 6 foot tall. So your eyes aren't mounted on top of your head. So they're on the front. So we'll just say 5 foot to be nice and easy. So your eye level is 5 foot. So let's just imagine now that we freeze the water and you can walk out to that ship. So it's a great big cruise liner. These things are 100-foot high. So when you go and stand next to it, you've walked out on this frozen water, you're standing next to it. Are you close to the bottom or close to the top?
I'm close. Sorry, what?
Your eye line, is it close to the bottom? So you've got water level, and as your eye line is closer to water level or closer to the top of the ship?
It's close to the water level, right?
Excellent. So as you start walking backwards between your eye level, horizontal, and the water generates an angle. And as you get further and further and further away, that angle gets smaller, 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 smaller. Once that angle gets to 0.02, you can't resolve, you can't see what that image is. Now, from your eye line to the top of the ship, that's a big section, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that would be a big angle. So that means you could get further back again. That's why the bottom disappear first before the top does.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Because the top is bigger angle. That's all. It's really, really simple stuff. Now, what's really cool, when the bottom disappears and the ship goes a little bit further and then more disappears, more disappears, more disappears, you grab binoculars and have a look, zoom in, and there he is again. So
the whole ship, right?
Yep. But what is cool is the binoculars have their own optical limit. So when that ship gets to the limitation of the binoculars, then you've got to go get the high-powered telescope. And then zoom in again, and the telescope has its own optical limit. It's to do with the size of the lens. That's all.
No, like so okay. If the ship moves more far away, the curvature hides the lower part first, bro. Like it is only possible
I'll show you
when the
something. Hold
Earth
on.
is
I'll
curved.
show you something really cool. Have a look at this when
Yeah.
it loads up. Oh, it's going to load up quick. Alrighty. Loading. All right. In the side chat,
Yeah.
there it is. Can you see the very last thing posted? There's 2 coffee cans.
Yeah.
2 images. Okay. Notice in the bottom image of the cans how the very bottom of the can is disappearing.
No.
See the green band at the bottom? So see the top image? You can see the green band at the bottom of the can. The blue and green band. And then in the bottom image, it's disappeared. That's on a flat surface.
Well, look.
So what it's about, it's about optics. It's about the size of the lens. So the lens in your eye is about 5 millimeters. The lens on a camera is about 6 millimeters, maybe 5. Some of them are smaller. You can look up on the phone. What size?
I see.
So what happens? So let's just what that is. If you get your phone and you flip your camera phone upside down, so the camera is really close to the floor, so the center of the camera line has its eye level. So what's happening is it's trying to look at the bottom of the can, and because that angle is below 0.02, it can't resolve it. So it just blends in with the floor. And that's what's happening with the can. The same thing with the ships. From your eye level to the water level is a really small angle, and you can't resolve that image. That's all that's happening, my friend.
Well, I'm not gonna try to convince you, but yeah.
I used to be like you, my friend. I went to school the same, taught that it was a ball, the whole lot. The difference is some of us actually went outside and had a look at the stories we told at school that we live on a ball. But if we live on a ball, we should be able to measure the curvature. And if you can't measure any curvature, that does leave a little bit of a problem.
Okay, but you see, when let's suppose if the Earth is flat, the whole ship would simply get smaller. It would never disappear from the bottom first.
They do get smaller. It's called perspective. So what happens is, as it gets further and further away, because of perspective, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, your eye line is still the same height. So the ship gets smaller at the top, top comes down. Smaller at the bottom, bottom comes up. And it converges at your eye line. Now, as we know, from your eye line down to the bottom of the ship is only a very small space. Your eye line to the top of the ship is a big space. So the small angle disappears first. And that's all that happens.
Okay, so you can try an experiment. I'm gonna tell you experiment. Like take a coin and a curved ball, right? Turn that ball upside down and like place the coin on the far side of the ball, and and then just move back. The bottom first will
I understand what you're saying. If you rotate the ball, the coin will slowly come back. I agree with you because that's exactly what happens. But the problem we've got is you've got to prove that the Earth is the same as the ball. So the ball has curvature, which we can measure. So that means the Earth should have curvature that we should be able to measure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but just as you said, like take those cans, right? Those cans should be the exactly the size of the Earth, or you can say the surface the can
Same
is
thing.
placed,
The
and
optics still
same as the
applies.
ship, like the distance between you and the ship, it should be the same size of the Earth, right? To
No, we don't have to do experiments that are the same size. You can scale
but
things down.
you just said it, right? You just said it.
I just said what?
You just said it like the ball should be the size of Earth.
No, no,
So
no,
we
no,
would.
no, no, no. It's a ball. A ball is a ball is a ball. Small ball, big ball, medium-sized ball. They all still are spheres. So if you've got a small one, you should still
Uh,
get the same optical effects as a large one, just on a small scale. It's just the scale is different, that's all. So if you stick the coin to the ball and rotate it, you should watch the coin slowly disappear over the back of the ball. I agree with that as a statement. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is you still believe you live on a ball. What you haven't done is proven the ball.
well, you see, it's already proven.
Okay, when did this happen? Because there's quite a few people in this panel that would love to know when that actually happened.
When Earth like was proved that it was a sphere, right?
When did that happen? That's the bit we want to know.
Well, I don't remember exactly. I think it's like it was. I think he was Pythagoras, right? Do you know him?
Never met him.
Yeah, like he was a Pythagoras. It's a theorem too. Like I think six to like six century, like six before CE, like before Common Era,
Oh
or
shit! So he'd
as
be pretty old then.
yeah, there were scientists who believed that Earth was like a sphere, like Aristotle and Pythagoras. They believed, and the first evidence
Ah, so they
was given by
believed it
Aristotle.
was. So how did they verify this? How did they actually measure? Because we
It
should be
was
able to go outside. You and me should be able to go outside, and we should be able to measure this curvature. So if it truly is a ball, we should be able to measure
yeah,
and
like
prove and verify this as a ball.
yeah, we got images of the Earth on like after like 1950s, right? 19th century, when I
So
guess
the
when
images
it was
show
the
it's a
first
ball.
image. Yeah, I can send you
Okay,
the image.
this is where I'm getting to. If the
Uh,
images show that it's a ball, we should be able to measure if it is a ball to verify and prove that it's true.
so you are saying what's the radius of Earth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
I think it's already like proven that the radius of Earth.
well, we should be able to measure it and confirm it. Like if I say to you, my
Uh,
computer table is 6 foot wide,
uh,
how do I prove that to you? I get you to come around, you get out your trusty tape measure,
yeah,
and we measure it.
yeah.
So
But
we should be able to do the same as the Earth. Somebody said it's a certain size, so let's measure it. Let's go out and check it out. I think that's a good idea.
Uh, I think the simplest method like scientists measured was, they choose like two cities, north and south, I guess, and like city A to B, and distance between them measured by road or GPS. So, uh, like or like just leave this, or there was a formula like like a d upon Earth's circumference.
Oh, so they're already assuming that it's a ball. They're not actually measuring it. They've assumed it was a ball. That's not very good, is it? We want to actually measure it. We want to prove that what they're saying is true and that they're not telling porky pies.
Uh, well, it's your opinion, like, or your belief, or I don't know, whatever
Well,
you say.
belief is just acceptance without evidence. I would like the
Yeah,
evidence.
you have the evidence that Earth is flat.
No, there's
right?
no evidence. That's the problem. There's no evidence of the ball, no evidence of curvature.
So is there the evidence of flat Earth?
Yes, there is. Would you like me to show you?
Yeah.
Well, what happened, there's this group of guys, Field Engineer Corps, and what they do is they get a high-powered laser, and I'm going to put a little picture up in the side chat so you can understand what I'm talking about. If you think you live on a ball, when we create a tangent to a curve, we can just walk along that tangent or move along and measure the distance between the straight bit and the curved bit. Really, really easy, eh?
Yeah.
So if we get a high-powered laser and we go to a very large lake that's, I don't know, 20 or 30 miles across, all right? Now, we know that water, flat, level, horizontal, whilst it's at rest. So we're going to go to this big lake when it's a nice calm day and there's no waves and things going on, and we're going to shoot a laser all the way across it, and we're going to set the laser up, make sure it's perfectly horizontal. Now, at our end, we measure the height of the laser from the laser to the water, and then we travel around the other side of the lake and we measure the height from the laser to the water. So at 10 miles, the difference between the laser and the water should be 60 feet. 66 feet. Wait up. Let's put my chart up so I don't forget this.
Yeah.
There's my chart right there. Yoink. Normally someone else chucks it up for me. They must be getting slow. Loading, loading, loading. Yep, so when we go around the other side at 10 miles, it should be 66 feet between the laser and the water. At 20 miles, 266 feet. At 30 miles, 600 feet. And at 40 miles, over 1,000 feet. So if we were to shoot a laser and then go 20 miles around the other side, we would expect there to be a great big gap between the laser and the water. Does that make sense?
Yeah, somewhat.
Well, the issue is this has already been done multiple times. And there's this group called FE Corps, Field Engineer Corps, that have very expensive lasers. I think one of their little toys is worth about $35,000. And they shoot these lasers across very large bodies of water and over frozen lakes too, which is pretty cool actually. Pardon the pun. And they go and hit this, and they hit targets. So the only problem we've got, when they're shooting this laser over 10, 15, 20 miles, they should not be able to hit a target at the other end if there's curvature. And these guys clearly hit targets quite comfortably.
I see. Okay.
Would you like me to post up one of their videos for you so you can watch it and then go, oh, wow, that's pretty cool?
No, thanks, but I really appreciate you.
Not a problem, my friend.
Yeah, I think I got the idea. Just, well, thank you, Matrix.
So that's what they mean by measured. So if some of the guys say it's measured flat, the reason they say that is because these guys go out looking for curvature and they can't find it. And they know if they are told it's a ball and it should be a ball, we should be able to measure for a ball, and they don't find any curve. So how's it go? If there's no curvature, there's no ball.
I see. Nice. Okay, thanks, Matrix.
No, you're good, man.
That's my time. Yeah.
If you have any more questions, don't be scared to pop in and ask.
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, I'm a really cranky person, and lots of people don't like talking to me, but the other guys are really nice too. They're normally a lot better than me. So if you do pop in and I'm not here, don't be scared to ask them. They're really cool.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Not a problem, mate.
That's my time. So have a good day. Bye.
No, you enjoy yourself, my friend. Have a good day. See ya.